Welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. This is actually a pretty cool one. So this is a new box called the Retro Pop Box. They hooked us up with a free box, so thank you. It's an exclusive first look of this. So Retro Pop Box is actually doing something really interesting. They've got themes instead of like a theme of superheroes. They're doing themes based off of decades. So they're 60s, 70s, and 80s right now. And then each box is going to have items out of those time periods. So maybe it's like a recreation of something from it or something directly from that era. As a child of the 80s and 90s, I love the 80s. I think it was a kick-ass, awesome decade. And I appreciate it. But I had older brothers, so, you know, also had to deal with stuff from the 70s. So the idea of this thing actually seemed really, really kind of cool. So they sent us this box, which was actually pretty neat. Let me kind of go through the letter really quick. You can choose your decade at 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's a first look box because, you know, we're awesome. And of course we're going to tell other people about it. And so there's a new subscription box bringing back the old as in nostalgia. The monthly goal is to deliver a time capsule to your door, a favorite from your youth. Based on your choice of decade, the team will curate a selection of great products highlighting toys, games, music, and events from the 60s, 70s, or 80s. No loose interpretations of pop culture here. Every item will be endorsed by your younger self. So they asked me what I was interested in, and I kind of asked for a smattering of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Because I felt it was, I wanted to get ideas to what you would get based off of each of those decades. So, they're hooking us up here, and let's go through each. So first we've got, from the 80s, a Tetris magnet set. Now, I don't know if you were like me. One of the fondest memories I have, not really one of the fondest, a fond memory I have is, of course, getting my first Game Boy and spending God knows how many hours playing Tetris. I know I can still suck hours out of my life playing it, and having magnets to put on my refrigerator is probably a horrible idea, because now I'm just going to have more memories and dreams of Tetris. Let's put it that way. When you know something's big when you're dreaming about it, and that was a common thing for people who grew up in the 80s and 90s and played Tetris a lot. It's also got this nice little trivia. Did you know in 1984, while using simple code to test computer hardware, Tetris was created? Alexei Pajitnov, a researcher at the Academy of Science of the USSR, often created simple games to test computer hardware. Pajitnov based his version of a common shape-based puzzle on only 7 characters, which could easily be formed by letters from his keyboard. The game became popular in many personal computer and home gaming formats as its popularity reached across Europe and then into the US. Before Pajitnov could realize the game's popularity, he and some development colleagues had sold their rights. For the course of the next few years, many companies laid claim to the true rights to Tetris, while others developed knockoff versions for their own platforms. In 1989, Nintendo worked with one of these game developers or publishers to bundle their version of Tetris with the newly developed Game Boy handheld gaming device. This pairing not only boosted Nintendo sales and ushered in handheld gaming, but brought Tetris to the masses into pop culture history. In the late 1990s, through court battles and litigation, the rights of Tetris reverted back to Pajitnov and established a single issuer of the video game. From then forward, today, over 30 years and more than 170 million purchased games, Tetris ranks among the top 3 most popular video games of all time. I think it's also held the record at one point of like the most games sold because of the Game Boy. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I love Pez. I have a bowl of Pez over out there. So there's another item from the 80s. We got Star Wars Pez with candy. Using the Force takes a lot out of a Jedi Master. Be sure to have some sugary instant energy at hand with these iconic candies. Of course, on top of it, you get Yoda. So not only do I get a cool Pez, I get one of the baddest ass Jedis in the universe, Yoda. Let's see here. What else do we have? Let's go here. We've got from the 70s. We have Wife Saver's corn-scented scratch and sniff stickers. I do remember scratch and sniff from the 80s. I don't remember these. This is actually an interesting item. I'm kind of digging this. It's from 1972, Getting some from 1972. This, of course, was made in 2011, so it's not original. It says on the back, the Scratch and Sniff corn-scented, nutritious and delicious. Be the perfect wife and mother while buying yourself more time for your other chores. Be it ironing or pool boy, we won't tell. Each Scratch and Sniff sticker features a mouth-watering meal and a buttery corn scent. Use them on books, clothes, letters, gifts, so many places. Collect them, trade them. Is groovy graphics, kitsch on the rocks. Holy shit, is that bad on the back of how sexist and old school this is. On the top it says, now I have more time for laundry and the mailman. So yeah, how times have changed. You don't really see Scratch and Sniff all that much anymore, which is fascinating that seems to have like gone completely out of the way. This one should be awesome. I'm really going to dig this one. We've got an Evel Knievel licensed t-shirt, over 75 jumps and 400 broken bones, mostly occurring in the 70s, weren't being inducted into the unofficial Great American Badass Hall of Fame. The t-shirt says, whatever it presents, the King of Stuntmen, Evel Knievel, 8 p.m., and the BCRA Super Midgets Cow Palace, San Francisco. Evel Knievel is a badass. That's something you also don't see much anymore any day, is like crazy-ass stunts being done. Now they're all like David Blaine crap. Evel Knievel was like the first American badass. They're not really first American badass. I'd say maybe one of the last American badasses out there. This is really, really cool. This is a t-shirt I would wear in like 2 seconds. I'll be wearing the shit out of that thing. Next we've got Marvel buttons. I love buttons. Of course, I love comics. So getting these combined is really cool. This is from the 60s, believe it or not. Marvel Comics classic buttons set in 4. Before being rock stars of the day, Marvel heroes enjoyed rock star status. In the 60s, this button set shows off the workhorses of the 60 comics. So this is nice, old school art that you gotta appreciate. On course top, it says 70 years of Marvel Comics, so buttons actually aren't from the 60s. Buttons are 2011, but the art's mostly from the 60s. I don't know if that Wolverine is, but it's characters that all kind of are classic Marvel characters, so you gotta appreciate it. And then finally, one of the classic toys out there, another item you don't see too often anymore, is the 60s Duncan Classic Yo-Yo Remaster. Around the world, walk the dog and loop the loop with this classic yo-yo design from the 60s. This toy is from the 2013, so again, not an original, but something from the 60s that was popular back then. I always sucked at yo-yos. I don't know, were any of you actually good at these? I was never very good at all. But another item that you just don't see people playing with anymore. So overall, I'm actually saying this is really, really cool. So this was a taste of what to expect with the Retro Pop Box. What's in the box? Exclusive first edition. You can find them at retropopbox.com. I believe there was, we're going to get a discount for folks, and and you can get that in the bottom of the video. We're going to, of course, put it out. So if you want to try this out, you get it a little bit cheaper than everyone else. Overall, though, this is kind of cool to be able to choose like what decades that you want and some items. Of course, I would go 70s or 80s just because that's kind of what I know a hell of a lot more of. Though the Duncan yo-yo and the Marvel comic button set's pretty damn cool. Overall, out of all of them, the Evel Knievel is probably the sweetest item. That kitsch Scratch and Sniff was a holy shit moment. I can't believe that that was stuff that used to be okay. But I would say this is actually really, really cool. This is a pretty neat box that I think you should definitely give a look. Of course, they hooked us up for free. Wanted to put that out there to put all the cards on the table to make it clear. And we're not going to be getting anything off of you buying them. We're just providing a cool service. They are going to hook us up with a couple more boxes. I believe we're going to get 3 more boxes to check out, so of course I have videos of those. But yeah, so other than getting some cool boxes for free, we've got nothing on the table. Overall, some of the items are cool, some of them are obviously better. Out of all the t-shirts I think I got this month, that Evel Knievel one is probably the best. I would wear that in about 2 seconds just because I like the throwback classic. But I think all the items in there are entertaining. They definitely start discussion, if nothing else. So this was the first look of the Retro Pop Box, an exclusive first look edition. Thank you guys for hooking us up here at Graphic Policy. We're looking forward to seeing what you do in the future. It's a very interesting concept. It's a cool concept. I appreciate it, absolutely. And then for those interested, you can go to retropopbox.com, and I think we'll have a discount in the description of this video that you'll be able to use to get a little bit off your first box. But thanks again, Retro Pop Box, for hooking us up. And thank you for watching. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all at Graphic Policy. We keep it nice and consistent. Until next time, thanks for watching, and keep it geeky.